Range function is one of the very popular function in Python, which is going to generate a sequence of numeric values or numbers starting from a particular start value and stopping before a specific stop value, and every time stepping up with this particular step value. Now, how do we write the syntax? We start with the range, which is a keyword once again. So there are maximum 3 parameters: start, stop, and step. Now, what these parameters indicate? The start is going to indicate the starting value of the sequence. And in case you do not write any start value, so the default value is set to 0. Now, the second argument, that is your stop, is going to set the ending value of the sequence. And whatever end value we have specified, for example, I am writing 5 here. So it is going to go before a stopping value, which means it is going to go up to 5 minus 1, that is 4. So if at all we are going to give some n here, so it is going to go up to n minus 1. And coming to the third argument, that is your step, which is going to specify what is the difference between each of the numbers that are generated in the sequence. So by default, suppose we do not mention the step value at all, it is going to consider as 1. So the start value, if I do not mention, it is going to take up 0. And this ending value, whatever we give, we have to consider that end value minus 1. Up to that, the sequence of numbers will be generated. And step is going to speak about how the change has to happen. What is the difference that is going to be there between two consecutive numbers. And this step can be either positive or can be negative also. Now let's see where there are various formats how range function can be used. The first one is called a simple range. So with simple range, you can see I am passing only one value here. That is nothing but 10 for the time being. So when I am writing range of 10, the meaning is because I have not given the start value, the start value is 0. And this 10 is going to act as a end value or the stop value. Now, because stop value is 10, so we have already told you that stop value minus 1, that is 10 minus 1, up to 9, I am going to get the numbers. So, the default value of the start has become 0. And because we have given 10 here, so 10 minus 1, that is 0 to 9 I am going to get. And because we have not mentioned the third argument, that is step, so which is by default 1. So, it begins with 0. And every time the step increases the value by 1, so 0, 1, 2, 3, like that, it is going to go up to 9. Now, other format of your range is where you are specifying the start as well as stop. So, here you can see we have given a start value. This is a start value and this is the stop value. So, now because we mentioned a start value, the sequence of number that I am going to generate is going to begin from 10 because that is the start value I have given. And this is the stop value. So again, stop value means stop value minus 1, that is up to 19 we are going to get the sequence of numbers. And once again here, what is missing? The third argument, which is nothing but the step value. So if step value is not mentioned, so by default it is going to 1. I mean, it starts with 10 and keep on adding 1 to each time. So 11, 12, 13, like that is going to go up to 19. The third format is where I am using all the possible arguments, that is your start, stop and step. So here we started taking the start value, that is your 10. The end value is 20 and here I am mentioning the step as 2. So earlier we have not mentioned the step, so it was taken by default 1. So here very particularly we have taken the step as 2. So now what values does it generate is, it's going to start from 10. So I'm going to start with 10 and because there is a step of 2 each time, so every consecutive value it will have a difference of 2. I mean 10 we have started with. Next value will be getting by adding 2 to the previous value, that is 12. Again 14, 16 and 18. because now if I add 18 with 2, I'm going to get 20, but that is my stop value. So range function do not produce the stop value included. I mean, it has to bring something less than that. So 20 minus 1 up to 19 only I can get. But in this step, I have mentioned 2, which means 18 plus 2. The next value that I'm going to get is 20, which is not allowed here because the stop value is 20. So if I make it 21, then of course I'm going to get this 20 also, because 21 means obviously minus 1 you have to consider. So we can get 20 by then. Now till now we have been looking after all the positive step values. Though I have not specified step value here. Here also I have not given any step value. Here we have mentioned the step value. In all these three occasions, we are getting all positive numbers. So now if I'm going to go for a step value which is in negative, so then how does it work? So now the start value is 10. I mean, it's going to start from 10 and the stop value is 2. So 2 means of course it is going to go something less than that. Okay. So when the step value is minus 2 here, which means the starting value is 10, and every time there is a difference that has to happen, minus 2 minus 10 minus 2, I'm going to get 8. Then again 8 minus 2, I'm going to get 6. 6 minus 2, I'm going to get 4. Now when I'm going for 4 minus 2, I'm going to get 2. But already we have mentioned the stop value is 2. So it cannot be producing 2 now. So as a result, what we are going to get is only these 4 values, that is 10, 8, 6 and 4.